follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than the speeding bullet. Nah, it's cool, it's cool. Don't play with it, baby. Say so what you gonna do with it? Stop playing with it, baby. Nah. If you gonna do it, then don't play with it, baby. Exactly. Yeah. Cause you ain't built like that. Kick it and go. Step on, spin, move, and zone. Go. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Step on, spin, move, and zone. Go. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Running it back, never a cap, out of the draft. Watching me ball, soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them off, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them. Step on, spin, move, and zone, go. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Step on, spin, move, and zone, go. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Putting it down for that, time I was down and out. Had to bring grinding back, doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be, playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast, a family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Read on with the game now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field, kind of drip is a skill. This the highest cruiser bill, ain't nothing just the heel. We'll step on, spin, move, and zone. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. We'll step on, spin, move, and zone. From sideline to touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Miami Dolphins.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Hicks. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Thanks to receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
On second down, it's Hicks. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
From midfield, here's Tua. Trying for right, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Credit the tackle to Brandon Jones. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now this time he'll look to throw. He's got his tight end, Burton. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Frank Reich, he didn't even seem hesitant about this. He wants to go for it on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
He's brought down there by Kenny Moore. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Check.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Steps away to his left. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation. On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Taking it about the 36. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. First and 10, Taylor now. Muscles him off. He's got daylight. 20, 10, touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
somewhere
something
else. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. From the gun, it's Tua. And he'll go underneath here to Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
On second down, Tua. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Dempsey. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Returning here is Wright. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They run the counter. Hicks. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8.
Mike, 53, Mike, I got you.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Looking deep for Jennings. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with Taylor. And now, oh boy, that's Jonathan Taylor. He is still down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. From the gun on 3rd down, Dempsey finding Keelan Cole. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dempsey. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
On 1st down, it's Hicks.
The ball carried by
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down now, it's Hicks. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. That's to his running back, complete. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
But I can't go. No, I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need to
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
7-yard line.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Off play action. Dempsey. He's got Burton here. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Dempsey. This one into the hands of Burton. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Complete to Jonathan Taylor. A gain of 12. And a Colts first down.
On 1st and 10, Dempsey. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Taylor. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter.
Field goal. A 56-yard attempt.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. This will make it into the end zone. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. They run once more with Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
extra point.
And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
No hesitation. Don't try my patience. One for the safe, boy, today's make believe. And I'm free to the bed until we all up in buckets. Yeah, footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
12 at the 21-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58. Joel Green, coming after you. I'm coming after you. And 58 is a Mike.
Here's Tua. Forced out to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Steele. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, Tagovailoa. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Completes to Matt Breida. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the
Now an option play on 2nd down. Being chased out left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. And this will be incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield, and it's 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Hey, check. Right there.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. Tua setting up shop to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
The 44-yard line.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's right. That one good for 14 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Trying to run for it with Howard. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs.
Check 26, check 26. Check it back, check field. Slam. Hey, check 24, check 24.
They'll run on first down. Hicks. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. Dancing to his left. Trying for right, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
To throw from his end zone, Dempsey. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. To throw from his end zone, Dempsey looking for Campbell down. It got his man, complete. And all the way up to the 49.
Harris Campbell.
A big play there for Indy. 48 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Colts 21, Dolphins nothing. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for India.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
21-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Flush to his right. That'll be complete to Breida. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
10 at the 32.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
21, Dolphins nothing.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. Mike 54.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Throw left side complete. That's right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Tua now on 1st down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
1st and 10.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Switch up. Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Tua to throw again. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Tua sets up to pass it. Steps away to his left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Give the sack to Komoko Toure.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Looking to pass. Tua hit, and the ball is out.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Yeah, this is going to be a Colts first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football, because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
To throw on second down. Dempsey, that's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Intercepted by the Colts. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On 1st down, Taylor. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3 brings up 2nd and 7.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Indianapolis, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.